Peace, living light. This American Dion. I just want to go through a few random things with y'all. Um, I find it very interesting, and it'll prove without a shadow of doubt that the original people are the so-called African Americans of this land that we call America. This is Jean Baptiste Leonard Duran, a voyage to Senegal, Atlas of the region. This is in 1802. I shall add another reflection of public utility. The blacks are a kind of man designed by nature to inhabit Africa and America. She has created them from four burning regions. Let us therefore take care not to oppose her views or overthrow the barriers which she has established, but let us preserve their races and their natural purity, and not permit the Negroes to inhabit Europe. This mixture of black and white is dangerous to our population, and in time it may change, corrupt, and even destroy it. Now all y'all gotta do is just look at what's going on now. All these people that's mixed, it's destroying bloodlines, it's destroying uh it's destroying your whole lineage. You know. And this parasite, he's telling you from his own mouth that the so-called black people are the original people of not only America but Africa and all the other places. I mean, I advise y'all to go look that up. This is from Jean Baptiste Leonard Duran. This is a post right here from 1828. That's the same year that Noah Webster's dictionary came out. The Saturday Evening Post in Philadelphia. I want to read this at the bottom. It says, to events, this result is a single but striking point, doubted to this day by superficial inquiries. It is sufficient to mention that there were in America, before Columbus came, nations and tribes of the following complexions: coppered, tawny, olive, dusky, white or pale yellow, meaning light skin or albino, dark brown, and black, but none red unless painted. And all these complexions are also found in Asia, in Polynesia, and in Africa. So it's telling you right here in this article of 1828. This is a real article. Y'all can go look it up. That the original people of America before Columbus came were copper, tawny, dusky, brown, black. I mean, these people, this is the original people of the land. Not these pale foreigners that's living off these reservations or these Europeans. Even these people that we so-called Mexicans today, these are not the people. You know what I mean? These are the original people of not only America, but the world. You know what I mean? Let's continue on. Now, I like this right here. I think this is from one of Columbus' diaries. I'm not sure. But it says, with the exception of the Lacayos, Arawak Indians were generally shorter than the Spaniards. They had a copper-colored complexion, described by contemporaries as reddish, clear brown or a chestnut color, and deformed their skulls from birth so they had broad, flat foreheads. This may have been a factor in the claim made by some Spaniards that their skulls were so thick that the Spaniards often broke their swords in hitting them. Now you see how savage these people is. Like, I mean, they didn't give a fuck, man. I mean, they obviously they just kept on hitting motherfucking until they broke their sword. Um, Let me continue. The Cybone, however, did not indulge in cranial deformation. The Arawaks appear to have worn their hair back in varieties of styles. Lacasas describing it as long and tied in a knot either on the forehead or at the back of the skull. I mean, this is styles. I mean, we had different hairstyles just like we do today. Uh, Columbus companion Diego Chanca says that the Arawaks of my fault Hispaniola had their heads shaved in places and in places have tufts of tangled hair in such shapes that cannot be described. Now I want y'all to just pay attention to that. He said shaved in places, which means basically like a fade like we have today. Shaved in places, and in places have tufts of tangled hair in such shapes that cannot be described. I mean, what do you think that is? I mean, it's clear. It's clearly what we call today dreadlocks. I mean, when they first got here, they couldn't describe this type of hairstyle. It was something new, something they never seen before. You know what I mean? It says, while Columbus himself wrote in 1492 that the Lacayos wear their short down their eyebrows except a few locks behind. You see what I mean? You know, it's simple. Which they wear long and never cut. The Sagayo wear theirs waistland, drawn back and fastened behind and put into small net of parrot feathers, which Columbus describes as plumes of feathers of parrots and other birds worn behind the head. You see what I mean? I mean, we had long hair, you know what I mean, and we always wear our feathers. I mean, we just true people of this land. It's very simple. All you gotta do is do your research. You'll find this stuff out. Very simple. Let me continue on. This is another article out of a newspaper, I believe. It's called Greatest Discovery of the Age. Black Hawk Indian Hair Grower and Scalp Cleanser. Now, I mean, I don't want to read through this whole article right here, but I want y'all to just look at that picture. Now, tell me what you see. Don't they look like they can be your mama, your sister, your auntie, your granny, even your daughter? Like, don't they look like somebody in your family? It says Black Hawk Indian. I mean, this is real. I mean, go look it up. This was in Louisville, Kentucky. Like, come on now. Let me go to the next one. I like this one too. Potato chips. I know we all like some potato chips. I love me some potato chips. I forgot what book this is in. Native American Cultures. It says potato chips are thinly sliced potatoes that have been deep fried in oil until they are crisp. Although American Indians have cultivated potatoes for thousands of years, the potato chip is a modern invention designed by George Crumb, a Mohawk cook. A Mohawk cook? What is a Mohawk? I mean, if you know what a Mohawk is, they're talking about a Mohawk Indian. Who is George Crumb? Y'all go look up George Crumb. He might look like your grandpa, your brother, your uncle, your dad. You know what I mean? It look like a sibling. George Crumb is what they call today an African American or a black person. On this article right here, they saying that he's a Mohawk cook, a Mohawk Indian. I mean, I don't have to get too deep into that. I mean, y'all can uh, go do your research on these things. I mean, it's there. You can look through this whole article. I forget what the book is, but um, I'll post the book in the description, so y'all can go check it out yourself. This is from the book of Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx. If y'all ever wondering where the word Maya comes from, Maya is a very powerful word. You know what I mean? And there's a reason why we call ourselves Mayans. It says the Maya sages doubtless had reached similar conclusions since they called their country Mayak. That is the land that first emerged from the bosom of the deep. I mean, let me read that again. The Maya sages doubtless had reached similar conclusions since they called their country Mayak. That is the land that first emerged from the bosom of the deep. Like, this is the land, this is the promised land, this is the land that first submerged out of the ocean. Before, it was when the other side of the world was only uh, islands, like sprinkled with islands. We had this land already. This is the ancient land. It says the country of the shoot, and the Egyptians, according to Herodotus, boasted that their ancestors in the lands of the West were the oldest man on earth. Like, this is from the mouth of Herodotus himself. You know what I mean? You go look on the pyramids in Egypt. Like, you can see Herodotus, like, from his mouth himself, said that his ancestors in the lands of the West. Where's the West? West is America. We're the oldest man on earth. I mean, y'all need to get into this, man. If the opinion of Lionel Humphrey had a host of modern genealogists regarding the priority of Americans' antiquity be correct, what might have we gainsaid the assertion of the Mayans and the Egyptians claiming likewise priority for their people and their country? It is but natural to suppose that intelligence in man was first developed in the oldest continent among its most ancient. Come on, man. I mean, y'all go check this book out, man. It's called Queen Mu and the Egyptian Sphinx. It's an authentic book, by a very credible author. Go check it out. I mean, it is. Look, it says it is but natural to suppose that intelligence in man was developed in the oldest continent. What is the oldest continent? What they now call America. Among its most ancient. We are the most ancient. Man, I want y'all to just do some deep thought. Go through a deep thought and just really think about this stuff, man. And do your research, do your genealogy. Uh, just go deep into uh, your own history, man. Stop learning all this foreign history. But that's all I want to bring forth to y'all today. Peace, love, and light. Have a blessed day.